Students, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about integration and differentiation basic concepts, and we will now use integration and differentiation in order to solve problems in kinematics. As we know, we have already learnt in earlier lectures, velocity is equal to time rate of change of displacement. So V is equal to ds by dt. And similarly, we already have learned that acceleration is equal to time rate of change of velocity, that is dv by dt. And you know, v is nothing but ds by dt. So simply you can write it as dv by dt is equal to d by dt of, what is v? V is equal to ds divided by dt. And this ds by dt is nothing but d square s divided by dt square. This is nothing but called as, this is known as double differentiation. Double differentiation mean one function you are differentiating twice. So what you are doing, I'm sorry, this is s. You have s. S is the displacement. This square term represent the power of differentiation. So here d square is there, no, it means that you are differentiating the term twice. If it is cube, you should differentiate this s 3 times. So like that, d square s by dt square is nothing but double differentiation. The acceleration is double differentiation of displacement. This is one important thing you should understand. See here, you have displacement. This is displacement. If you differentiate this displacement, this arrow mark represents that it is differentiation. If you differentiate displacement, what you are getting? You are getting velocity. Similarly, velocity, if you are differentiating, what you are getting? You are getting acceleration. Likewise, differentiation and integration both are reciprocal to each other. So as velocity is differentiated to get acceleration, you should integrate acceleration to get velocity. So acceleration integration gives you velocity. Velocity integration gives you displacement. Vice versa. So if this displacement is known, you can find out acceleration. And if acceleration is known, then you can find out displacement, vice versa, using differentiation and integration. In this particular part, we have differentiation things like v is equal to ds by dt, a is equal to dv by dt. In the bottom, we have integration terms. Displacement we have, right? Displacement. In order to get a displacement, what you are doing? You should integrate velocity. So integration of velocity gives you displacement. Now, what is velocity written as? If you integrate acceleration, you will get velocity, right? So in order to get velocity, what you are doing? You are integrating this acceleration so that you will get velocity. And take this v, substitute here. And this v is written as integration a dt. So integration a dt, integration and one more integration over here. So this is twice integration. This is called as double integration of acceleration, gives you displacement. So vice versa, displacement, if you know, if you differentiate, you will get velocity, you will get acceleration if you differentiate velocity. Acceleration, if you integrate, you will get velocity. Velocity, if you integrate, you will get displacement, right? So this is very small, like relations between distance and displacement using differentiation and integration term is being explained in this particular slide. Students, this problem is based on concept of integration and differentiation. Now we have a question. The volume of a ball, which is a solid sphere of radius r, is given by function of V of r is equal to 4 by 3 r cube. So let me explain this equation. V of r is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Right? Now, what is this V represent? V represent volume. Okay. You know basic formula for volume. It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 is however constant. This total term, it is constant. So this constant will not change. If you apply the rules of integration and differentiation, this will not vary. What is variable? R value is variable, right? For example, if R is equal to 1, then what do you get volume? We get it as 4 by 3 pi. Suppose if R is equal to 2, then what do you get volume? You will be getting it as 4 by 3 pi into R cube is 8. That is 8 4s 32 divided by 3 pi. Right? And this is unit meter cube. So clearly, volume is a function which is depending on radius. Right? As radius of the sphere is changing, volume is undergoing change. Therefore, here volume is a function which is dependent on radius. If radius of this substance is undergoing change, volume will undergo change. That is what this function represents. Okay. And you are now supposed to calculate volume of the ball of radius r is given by a function. The volume of ball of radius 3 meter is dash. So you are now supposed to find out volume of the radius, which is 3 meter. So it's very simple. What you will do? Volume of ball. At what radius you are calculating volume? At radius 3 meter. So wherever r is there, you should replace it with 3 meter. That means volume, which is a function whose value is 3 meter, is obtained as 4 by 3 pi into r cube, where r should be written with 3. This gives you 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is nothing but 3 cube. This 3 and 3 gets cancelled. It is 3 square. 3 square is 9. 4 9s 36. 36 pi meter cube. Therefore, volume at 3 meter is equal to 36 pi meter cube. This is very simple problem where we are using, I have explained how one function is dependent upon the variables. So in this particular slide, you have got only single term, okate term, x square, x cube, x power 5, x power 10, only single term we have. So those single terms I am now differentiating. You have got those values. Okay. So that is differentiation of single terms. Coming to the next one. One more simple problem we will do. Right. See, this is one more problem where you need to differentiate this function. It is given as y is equal to x power 4 plus 12x. Now you should differentiate this y. So I'll write it. Y is a function. Y is a function which is dependent on. Y is a function of x. అంతే కదా, చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఏముంది y కదా. y దేనిపైన డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది? ఇక్కడ ఉన్న x పైన, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న x పైన డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. అందుకనే మనం దీన్ని ఏమంటాం? y is a function of x అనాలి. ఓకే, సో y is a function of x which is dependent on x. So if you are differentiating this y with respect to x only, we need to differentiate. Okay, సో y ని మనం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తానం అనుకోండి, y ని మనం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తే దేనితోటి డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేయాలి? విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు x we should differentiate. So we can differentiate y with respect to x. Because y is dependent on x, we are differentiating it with respect to x. Okay, so మనకి ఏం కావాలి? y dash కావాలి. y dash అంటే ఏంటిది? dy డివైడెడ్ బై, ఇక్కడ వేరియబుల్ x కదా కాబట్టి dx. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ x ప్లేస్ లో p ఉంది అనుకోండి, అప్పుడేం రాస్తారు? y is a function of p which is dependent upon p. y can be differentiable with respect to p, therefore dy by dp రాస్తాం. ఓకే, నౌ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు d by dx of y ఉన్న చోట ఏం తీసుకోవాలి? ఈ టోటల్ టర్మ్ ని మనం y ఉన్న చోట తీసుకోవాలి. టేక్ దిస్ అండ్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ హియర్. x power 4 plus 12x. Right? This is sum rule. Because there are two functions, x power 4 12x, ఇవి రెండు వేరు కదా, వేరు టర్మ్స్, ఇవి రెండు సమ్ అప్ అయి ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఏం యూజ్ చేయాలి? సమ్ రూల్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. సమ్ రూల్ ఏం చెప్తుంది? ఫస్ట్ డిఫరెన్షియేట్ x పవర్ 4, దెన్ డిఫరెన్షియేట్ 12x. సో I'll differentiate that. y dash is equal to d by dx of x power 4, first x power 4 differentiation, plus d by dx of 12x. Okay, next step. సో ఫస్ట్ ది ఎట్లా ఉంది చూడండి, d by dx of x power 4 అంటే x power n ఫామ్ లో ఉంది కదా. సో that formula you can use it here. y dash is equal to d by dx of x power n, it is n into x power n minus 1 plus 12 ఏంటిది? కాన్స్టెంట్ ని మనం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేయలేం కదా కాబట్టి బయటకు రాసేస్తాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ 12 ఇంటూ d by dx ఆఫ్ ఏం టర్మ్ మిగిలింది? x మిగిలింది. ఓకే, dx by dx ఏమైతుంది రా? 1 కదా. y dash is equal to 4x power 3 plus 12 into 1. So therefore y dash is equal to 4x cube plus 12. This is the final answer. B, sir, for solving this one, it is mentioned that y is a function of variable x. Y is depending on x. See, if x value is undergoing change, then y also is undergoing change. Therefore, how can you differentiate this y? You can differentiate y only with respect to x. So y is differentiable. Y is differentiable with respect to x. And how do you write that? Y dash, which is equal to dy divided by dx. X is differentiable, right? So dy by dx, this gives you d by dx of y ఉన్న చోట ఏం పెట్టాలి? ఇదంతా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. x power 3 plus 4 by 3 x square minus 5x plus 1, right? సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఎన్ని టర్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 1 2 3 4 టర్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఈస్ సమ్. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ సమ్ రూల్ హియర్. సో సమ్ రూల్ ఏం చెప్తుంది? విడివిడిగా ఒక్కొక్క దాన్ని డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేయాలి. డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేయండి ఒక్కొక్క టర్మ్ ని. y dash is equal to d by dx of x cube, ఫస్ట్ అయిపోయింది, ప్లస్ d by dx of సెకండ్ 4 by 3 x square minus third d by dx of 5x plus d by dx of 1. Individual differentiation. Okay, this gives you y dash is equal to, this already we have learned, d by dx of x power n is equal to, n into x power n minus 1. 2 ఎట్లా వచ్చిందని నన్ను అడగద్దురా నాయన మళ్ళా. ఇట్ ఈస్ 3 minus 1 2 plus next term. See, 4 by 3 is constant, you can bring it out. 4 by 3 d by dx of x square minus 5 constant, 5 మారదు కదా, 5 constant, d by dx of x plus d by dx of what is this 1, 1 is constant, right? d by dx of constant, constant ఏమైతుంది 0. d by dx of constant is equal to 0. That I yesterday only in rules I have explained it. From here y dash is equal to 3x square plus 4 by 3 d by dx of x square. How do you write? It is 2 into x power 1 minus 5 into d by dx of x. It is 1, right? This implies y dash is equal to 3x square plus 4 to 8, 8 by 3 x minus 5. This is the differentiation of term y. Coming to the next question, here y is a function which is the product of x square plus 1 and x cube plus 3. Okay, so y is a function which is dependent upon this product x square plus 1 into x cube plus 3, right? We can use differentiation rules and we can solve this. Like we have y is dependent on x, therefore you can write y dash is equal to dy divided by dx. So in order to find y dash, what is y dash? Y dash is dy by dx. dy by dx, you should find out this total. So this is equal to d by dx of what is y? X square plus 1 into x cube plus 3, right? Now you can treat this parameter, this one as u, this one as v. Okay, so it is there is one basic relation which we have discussed in the product rule. D by dx of uv is equal to u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. So first you should consider one term as constant and differentiate the other. Next you should consider the another term as constant and then differentiate the other. So మీరు ఏం చేయొచ్చు, ఇక్కడ u ని x square plus 1 తీసుకోండి, v ని x cube plus 3 తీసుకోండి, దాన్ని differentiate చేయండి. So this gives you y dash is equal to, first term let it be constant, x square plus 1 into d by dx of x cube plus 3 plus v enta x cube plus 3 into d by dx of u, it is x square plus 1, right? Now it is x square plus 1 into d by dx of, ఇది సమ్ రూల్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ మనం రెండు సమ్ ఉన్నాయి కదా, సమ్ రూల్, x cube plus d by dx of 3 అయిపోయింది ఇక్కడికి. నెక్స్ట్ టర్మ్ ఇగో ఇదంతా పక్కన పెట్టేద్దాం, x cube plus 3. ఇక్కడ మనకు సమ్ రూల్ యూజ్ చేయాలి, మళ్ళీ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ లోపల ఉంది కదా సమ్ రూల్, d by dx of x square plus d by dx of 1. Okay, now this is simply written as x square plus 1 into d by dx of x cube 3x square plus d by dx of constant 0 plus x cube plus 3 as it is తర్వాత dy dx of x square ఎంత 2x plus dy dx of 1 ఎంత 0, right? This gives you x square plus 1 into 3x square plus x cube plus 3 into 2x. This is y dash. Right? This is the way you need to differentiate it. This particular, like if it is product, you should be using product rule. Products కోసం product rule యూజ్ చేయాలి. సరే product rule అంత ఎందుకు, ఈ రెండింటిని మల్టిప్లై చేసి రాసుకోవచ్చు కదా అంటే yes, you can do that also. Coming to this particular slide, we will be differentiating different terms, different equations. See here, y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. See, x is variable. If x is variable, sin x is variable and x square is also variable. So you should differentiate this y. So find y dash in all the three cases. Y dash is equal to d by dx of y. Y dash is equal to d by dx of y. This is d by dx of y can be written as y ఉన్న చోట ఏం తీసుకోవాలి, ఇది సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి, minus sin x. This is difference rule. Difference rule, what does it tell? Just take integrate differentiation separately. Y dash is equal to d by dx of x square minus d by dx of sin x. Okay. So y dash is equal to d by dx of x square 2x minus d by dx of sin x. Sin x differentiation, it is cos x. Okay. So y dash, what you are getting? It is 2x minus cos x. In the second example, where y is equal to x square sin x, you can take this x square as u, sin x as v. Now, what is the relation for what is product rule? Y dash is equal to u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. Now use this formula. This gives you y dash is equal to u is x square into d by dx of v ఉన్న చోట ఏం పెట్టుకోవాలి, sin x plus v sin x into du by dx, d by dx of u అంటే ఏంటిది x square. Now this is equal to x square d by dx of sin x cos x plus sin x into d by dx of x square 2x. So y dash is equal to x square cos x plus 2x into sin x. Right? That is problem number 2. Coming to problem number 3. We have y is equal to 5x plus cos x. This is very simple. Y dash is equal to dy divided by dx. This is d by dx of y can be written as 5x plus cos x. So y dash is equal to d by dx of 5x, individually use sum rule, plus d by dx of cos x. This gives you d by dx of 5x. 5 is constant, just bring it out. Dx by dx is 1 plus d by dx of cos x minus sin x. Therefore, y dash is equal to 5 minus sin x.